Hello and welcome to Teens Should Know, the show where we listen, learn and grow. Teens Should Know show is where teenagers are empowered with the right knowledge to thrive and parents are equipped with the tools to guide them, because when teenagers know better, they will definitely do better. My name is Ifoma the Prof Mwato and I'm your host on the TSK show. And today we are diving into a topic that doesn't get talked about enough, yet affects so many teenagers, especially those in the university: how to balance academic pressure with mental and emotional well-being. For many teenagers, entering the university is exciting, but it also comes with deadlines, expectations, social demands, and moments of anxiety. Is a full plate. So how do you stay sane in the middle of all of it? We'll be discussing balancing academics and mental health in a busy campus life. We'll talk about campus pressure, balancing book, and balancing breakdown. The real struggle, that is where the real struggle lies. To have this conversation with me today is a fresh university graduate who got into the university as a teenager. She will share her story with us, but before then, we'll go on a short break, and once we get back, we will meet our guest on today's episode. Don't go anywhere.
Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking. Events occur and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
Welcome back, and this is the TSK show on Signature TV. Joining me today is Chika Nancy, a young, insightful, beautiful, smart, intelligent, skillful young woman. She's a fresh graduate who have crossed that finish line, and she have walked this journey. We are going to talk honestly about the challenges, the wins, and what she learned along the way about balance, burnout, and self-care. So if you're a teenager navigating campus life or a parent trying to understand what your teen might be going through, stay with us. This is one conversation you don't want to miss. So let's roll. Welcome to TSK Show, Chika.
Thank you so much.
I remember when I told you about this topic, you said, oh, more, you nearly crazy for that school. Oh, so let's get into the conversation. You were a teenager when you got into the university, right?
Yeah, I think I was 17.
Oh, so let's start. Can you share your journey with us? Which school did you attend and what course did you study?
I attended Federal University of Technology, where
Okay.
I studied dental technology.
Okay. So what was it like? What was the experience like?
It was like it was like a whole baggage of experiences. I mean, I cried, I laughed, I smiled. I was frustrated. I faced some challenges, but in the end, I mean, I'm a graduate and it was worth it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So when you first entered the university, did you feel prepared emotionally for what was ahead of you?
No, before I got admission, I just wanted to leave my house. I wanted to enter school like every other person. But then, the day I was leaving for Owerri, my mom, my sister, like literally everybody went to the park with me. I was literally crying. Then when my first day on campus, I couldn't sleep. It was different from home. There was no mommy to ask me what do I want to have for dinner. There's no mommy to look at my face and are you worried? Are you okay? And everything. So it was so emotional for me. I was missing my family. I was missing the love and everything. So yeah.
So what does a typical day or week look like for you in the university?
Initially, like from my 100 to 400 level, it was school, church. I didn't have a social life. I wasn't going out. I just wanted to, come out with good grades. But I think I started socializing more in my final year, and I wished I socialized more earlier than my final year.
Okay, so what was the academic pressure in your school like? Was it constant, or was there any period that is already on the peak of it?
It was constant. I mean, they nicknamed my school Federal University of Frustration, Tension, Owerri. It was constant. There was, especially I had a lot of setbacks when it comes to practical. The practical aspect, you have to deliver. There was timing, like there was time. It was the practical was like a lot of pressure for me. So the pressures were back to back. There were tests, there were projects, there were assignments, there were exams. But the most pressure I faced was during exams. I mean, photo exams were a lot. Sometimes you have exams tomorrow and they are releasing material 10 p.m. today. So you have to read everything before the next morning, because you don't know where they're bringing the questions from.
Did you ever feel like you had to sacrifice your peace of mind?
Yes.
At some point?
Yes, I did. There were times that I didn't sleep. There were times I didn't have to make my hair. I was looking because there was no time. Like, I didn't have enough time. So there were times I didn't sleep. I didn't even come online. Like, my social media was so dormant. I didn't have time for myself. But then, I knew what I wanted to get. So I had to sacrifice a lot to be able to.
Did you ever feel completely burnt out? And how did you recognize that? And at that point, what did you do? Because you told me that they said, I nearly quit for that school.
Yeah, like, there were times I struggled a lot. There was a time I packed my bags on a weekday and I came home. I had to, because I
no holiday, no break.
I just went home. I usually tell people that I'm loved at home. So my house is where you could come back with, regardless of the problem, you could always come home. So I just packed my bags. I had a carryover, and then the carryover was burning me out because I missed the practical already, and then the exams were near, and then I went for practical remake. And then they said I should go. I just came back. I cried from school to my lodge. So I just packed my bags and I went home.
Like, you needed to take a break.
I just needed to go home.
So how important is sleep, food, and other activities to keep you up? Like, how important was
sleep is very important, and then food is like
life is good, food makes it better.
Food is very important. Just eat, regardless of what happens, just eat first. And then sleep as well. There were times I deprived myself from sleeping well because I wanted to read, and then there was an exam I went for in my final year that my eyes were swollen. And I was sleeping in the hall because I stretched myself. I think I only got about like an hour sleep throughout the whole day. So it was just the grace of God that pulled me through that exam, because I was having like this serious headache. My eyes were swollen, my eyes were red, and then I was feeling sleepy in the hall. So sleep is very important, and then food, please eat well.
Okay, we know how busy the campus life is, the confusion, the chaos, the pressures, and all of that. Was there a time you needed to say no just to keep your peace of mind, and how did that make you feel?
Yes, there were times where people would want to invite you for parties. People would want you, there was this particular set of girls that wanted to be my friends, and I knew they were quite intelligent, but then I knew the kind of lifestyle they were living. I wanted them to help me academically, but then I can't be with them because I know the kind of things they were doing, and morally it wasn't like my thing. So I was struggling because I knew if I said no, I don't want to be in this kind of settings, they won't help me with my practicals. And so but then I just had to no, I'm not going for this party. I'm not going to smoke with you. They cut me off eventually, but I found new friends. I later formed good friendships after that.
So you protected your peace and you felt so good about that.
Yes, I did.
Okay, during this period in the school, who was your support system? I've heard you mention your family. So was it just the family, friends? Did you have a mentor? And how did they help you in staying stable and sane in all of that?
Yeah, my family is like top priority. My mom, my siblings, like my mom especially, my mom would literally send me soup and stew on weekends.
Wow.
Like, yeah, so that, because she knew I didn't have time or to just like relieve a lot of stress for me, she would send me soup and stew and other things, chin chin, yogurt, chocolate.
Oh, wow, you were enjoying.
And then I had my friends. My friends were good people. They were a huge support system to me. You know, I could literally just call them, I'm down, or they will always come through for me. Then I had a mentor, you know, which is obviously you. Yeah, you know, many times I reached out to you 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., complaining about so many things. And then we'll have like our therapy sessions and then you helped me out. And I had my church too, my church, Gifted Grace Assembly. I have so many amazing people there that they were not my family, but they just reached, especially during exams. My pastor was always reaching out to me, calling me, and you know, they were just there for me, basically.
Oh, wow. Thank God that we are here today. The therapy sessions are over. The
Yeah,
midnight calls, the counseling paid off eventually. Wow. So I want to ask, how did you personally handle stress during your exam periods and those times you had deadlines like back to back, you need to do practicals, you need to write exam in the morning, you have another one coming up. How did you handle the stress? How did you manage it? Yeah,
sometimes I just rest. I just leave everything and just rest for a while. Just catch my breath. I just walk. I take a walk. I listen to music and then I talk. I like talking about my problems, my issues. I talk about, so people like, how can I help you? How can I assist you? But basically, I think the first step to finding solution or help is just to talk. I just feel like talking helps. So I talk to anybody who cares to listen, or those people like my mentors and my support systems. I just talk to them about it. And then I also there's something, I just believe that I function well under pressure. It's just really, it's not really a lie I tell myself sometimes, but I just feel like I excel when I'm under pressure.
Okay.
Please don't pressurize yourself.
So you made some habits.
Yeah.
And that was what helped you handle.
Yes.
Okay, looking at the Nigerian university system, do you think they are really helping their students in staying stable mentally?
No.
Helping their mental well-being?
No, I don't think so. I feel like the system has to do better, because there are times, I mean, I lost my dad in 200 level, and you know, I had to go home. So when I returned, I missed a practical, and then I was trying to explain to my lecturer that I lost my dad, and she was like, he doesn't care.
Oh,
you know, yeah, he said he doesn't care, that I've missed the practical, that is not his, and truly he didn't care. Yeah, he didn't care. So I know I cried home that day. I just feel like they don't care enough about students. They feel like they went through that stress, they went through that stuff, so it's not a big deal for you. You know, they don't listen, they don't care about mental. So I just feel like the students affairs unit should do more, like, about students' mental and well-being.
They should take it very seriously.
They should take it very seriously, yes, because it's very important. I mean, if I pull through, it doesn't mean another person can.
Exactly. Okay, was there a time you felt like, I'm done?
Yes.
Like quitting?
I think you should know. That was my 200 level when I lost my dad. I mean, my dad was like one of my biggest cheerleaders, and you know, I pulled through so many things because of him. He was always encouraging me, even when like I don't do well in school. He doesn't believe I didn't do well. He just feels like maybe something happened. But then I lost him, and I wanted to I was like, the person that was making me pull through school died. What am I schooling
like you
for
felt
again?
Indebted to him.
Yeah, so I just felt like I was done.
But you did not quit?
No, I didn't quit.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's not easy. I understand that, and somehow I was part of that journey. So well, I want to say thank you so much for being honest with us. You know, a lot of students and even parents don't get to hear this side of story often enough. So what we've just shared reminds us that university life isn't just about grades and graduation. It's a mental and emotional journey too. So behind every past course, behind every done and dusted like we do on graduations, there's often a silent struggle with pressure, expectations, and sometimes just trying to hold it all together. And I think it's important we pause here, because what we've just said so far is real, and it really, really, really matters. So if you're a teen listening right now and you are in school or getting ready to go, please know this: your mind matters. Your peace is not a luxury, it's actually a necessity. And to the parents watching, your teen may not always say it, but sometimes they don't need more pressure. The one they are getting from school is already enough. They just need more presence and a listening ear. So we'll take a short break now, but when we come back, we'll continue this conversation. This is the TSK show, and this is where real stories meet real strength. Please do not go anywhere.
Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
I was just going to church, from church to school, and I didn't have much
like
friends.
a triangular life.
But then have a social life. There are lots of social gatherings that can benefit you. You could network. There are just summits, conferences you can go for, you can attend, and then also read. Please, education is one way to leave this country. So please study hard and come out, excel, and then also be prayerful. Prayer was one thing that helped me pull through a lot of things I faced in school. Yeah, and also have good friends, have good people, be in the midst of good people. And then also, it's okay. It's okay to have issues. Nobody is perfect. University is not a perfect place. It's okay to have carryovers. It's not okay to have, but if it happens, it's not something you
Failure
can.
is part of success.
Yes, you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. And then also communicate. Talk to your parents. Seek help when you need it.
Okay. Now that you've graduated, how has your understanding of balance and mental health changed? And what lessons are you taking into the next phase?
I've learned to be kind to myself. I've also learned to say no. I think some things really messed up my mental health. I didn't know how to say no to people or to situations. But there's something somebody said to me, saying no will not kill you. You might feel bad. I said no to this person, but then it won't kill you. So now I'm kind to myself. I prioritize myself. I say no when I want to, when I don't. And most times I say it without explanations. I don't need to explain why I'm saying. I just say no to just protect my peace and my space.
Okay. And lastly, what is that one thing you think every adult or every parent should know about mental health?
I just feel like, Nigerians don't take mental health seriously.
You can tell the person is mad running on the
you can tell somebody you're depressed, and in a typical African home, they can say you're sad. They'll be like, "Why? What are you sad for? Please go and wash plates," or something. I just feel like parents should, listen to their children, and also when they communicate to you, please listen and help them. Somebody's talking to you about something means they need help. So just help them, listen. I feel like the first step is most people don't listen. Somebody can come to you, and that's why I say you're my therapist, because you listen to me a lot. You just calm down, listen to me. It takes days most times. Sometimes ask me, I should come out, explain myself, or communicate to you. Sometimes I take weeks or days, but then you still listen regardless of the time, the place, and everything. So I think the first step to helping somebody or to prioritizing someone's mental health is to listen and then help or assist.
Is there anything you think parents should know about their children or teenagers' academic life? Because parents will sit at home and be telling you, you just need to make an A, you need to graduate, you need to get first class. They just sit back at home. They don't care about what is happening in the school. Yeah,
I feel like they should also ask them, be involved in their lives, and also just know that university, you can be intelligent, and Nigerian university, you can. I had missing script and I had carryover, and I was asking why, how, So don't beat your child up and call them a failure, because, and then always I feel they should be a safe space, or they should be safe spaces, for their children to come to or approach them or meet them with any academic challenges they were facing or something. So they should just be involved in their lives.
Okay, I think parents listening are also learning that academic success has a lot that contributes to it. It's not just going to class, writing, and coming back. Like my father would say, going to school is beyond what they wrote on the board. Okay, thank you for being honest with us, sharing your stories, sharing your journey. Today reminded us that behind every certificate is a story of pressure, perseverance and personal growth. Balancing academics and mental health is not something that is that easy, but it's actually very, very possible. And it starts with awareness, it starts with honesty, and it starts with support from family, from friends, from lecturers, from the Student Affairs Commission, and everybody. So to everything listening, I want to tell you to take care of your mind as much as you take care of your grades. And to every parent, your support can make all the difference. So don't sit back at home and be expecting the teenager to come back with A's, or expecting your child to do magic and all of that. There's a whole lot that needs to be put together for that academic success and excellence to happen. So if today's episode spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Please, I want you to share it, tell a friend, and let's keep this conversation going. And if you're a teen or a parent who wants to talk more, I'm just a message away. Just send a DM or follow me right here on Signature TV. You can download the YouTube on Google Play Store and you watch every of our TSK programs, or send a message to me on my social media handles, Ifeoma the Prof Nwato, on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm your teen coach and also your host on the TSK show. I'm always here to help you thrive. Please remember that knowledge is power, and you have been empowered with the right knowledge to thrive. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep showing up for yourself. So I'll catch you next week, same time on the TSK show. Keep thriving, and thanks for